Hey everybody, welcome to this video. We are going to build a Nintendo Switch droid, Switch zombie, zombie droid, whatever you want to call it. It's an Samsung A52 inside a 3D printed enclosure, and it makes use of Joy-Con sliders, and I'll show you where I got those sliders from. And they are pretty much sliding in like that, like they would on a normal Switch, and they also click in quite nicely. You can also still charge the phone, and you just simply plug in the USB cable like that and you're good to go. The Joy-Cons cannot charge from this. You need to buy or use the original Switch to charge them, or just buy one of those dock things where you can just dock those controllers into. Playing games on it is pretty much the same as playing on a Switch. The controls are smooth if you're using the original ones, the original Joy-Cons. So let's get going on the build. So there's a back cover, a front cover, and then there's some side pieces, and we will simply take the phone and just drop it into the back cover. You can see there's an opening for USB charging, so the phone just drops in like that. Put it on the front cover, and then it's got these side pieces which we will glue onto the sides. You can either use epoxy or super glue. It's not meant to. The phone's meant to stay in there permanently, so you cannot take it out afterwards unless you literally pry it open. So the sliders, metal sliders, just go onto the Joy-Cons like that, and they do click in, and it's because it's actually original sliders from the original controller, which I got with the actual original Nintendo Switch. They are fastened on the side with 3 screws. But those screws are tiny, so they will actually tear out, so you have to actually glue it onto the sides, and I'll show you how I've done that a little bit later. So I just spray painted it with matte black and some clear coat glitter to make it look nice, and then we simply just start gluing the whole thing together. I just used cheap epoxy glue which I got from some Chinese store, and yeah, so like I said, you won't be able to take it out again, so just be careful not to get glue on the actual phone, otherwise you may not get it off. And also don't glue in the actual Joy-Cons, because that's not going to be nice. And then so once it's in there, just give it some time to cure, and you'll see that the right hand side of the Joy-Con slider, the gap is a little bit bigger, and that's because I filed it open. You can see the top one is original, and the bottom one has been filed with a small file. That's just to get the USB ports or the USB cable to fit through the port so that you can actually charge the phone. And I'm just going to speed this up so you don't have to sit through the whole story. I just put epoxy right in the middle, as you can see there, so that when you screw those down, there's minimal squeeze out on the sides, and there's almost always squeeze out. So see, I got some glue on the sides, so just got it off. And then we're going to quickly do the other side as well, and I got some glue on there, and then I managed to get it off. So that's it. Then the Joy-Cons just simply slide on. I used retro arch on this, and I configured the front end to be the same as the actual original Nintendo Switch, as you can see there. They look similar. They're not quite the same, but they look similar. And then we are pretty much done, and we can play games. So the Samsung A52 is pretty okay for these types of games. And you can see there's some artifacts on the sides, and that's because I've got the widescreen hack on there. You probably want 4:3 display. Widescreen does not actually work so well on PlayStation 1 games, but yeah, so that's pretty much it, and this is how I built it, and it's I think it's quite useful. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you've got any advice or comments, put it in the description or down below, and the STLs and everything will be in the description of the video as well. Cheers everybody.